Alright, I'm back with a different topic today. Gonna shut down some idiots in the comments real quick. Alright, so there's this guy, RKT Fodder or whatever, can't even spell his name, but he's fodder anyway. He's out here claiming the Silver Sea in Mao Gakuin has 99 layers, but get this, he says each layer isn't higher dimensional, just a different dimension, and each one has heavier order and structure than the last. Make it make sense. Then he says fire dues are just energy to manipulate. Oh wow, really? And on top of that, he's arguing MGK is based on real-world laws. Bro, any fictional universe runs on whatever laws the author makes up, that's basic. And then he caps it off by saying Anos is 5D because the Silver Sea is too. LMAO. Time to debunk this low-tier child properly. Alright, let's break this down properly. Orders are conceptual, straight up. Gods embody these orders, gravity, space, time, all that. And these gods exist before everything else, which makes them necessary existences. So yeah, orders are abstract conceptual by default. Now each layer in the Silver Sea depends on the depth of its orders and its fire dues. Fire dues aren't just energy, they're the source of life itself. A world gets destroyed if it loses its fire dues, which literally makes fire dues a necessary existence too. On top of that, gods have plot manipulation. Everything runs on script, writing, text, whatever you want to call it. That means each layer is conceptual in nature. So here's the kicker, a being from a higher layer can straight up destroy the chief god of a lower layer. And chief gods, they're the will of the world, conceptual existences. So if higher layers can erase lower layer conceptual beings, that's not just different dimensions, that's superiority over conceptual reality itself. Fodder's argument falls apart right there. Take Ekis, the god of gears. He's literally a concept, alright. That alone proves my point. Every single layer depends on the fire dues from the layer above it. That's not just different dimensions, that's a straight up hierarchical dependency. And each layer's structure has qualitative superiority over the ones below it. Not quantitative, qualitative. That means no matter how big or complex a lower layer is, it can never reach the level of a higher one. On top of that, the gaps between world layers aren't even space, or void, they're non-existence itself. So each world hierarchy is conceptual by nature. So when Fodder says each layer is just a different dimension with no higher dimensional scaling, completely debunked. The layers are conceptually superior, hierarchically stacked, and literally built on necessary existences. Case closed. Low-tier child gets put in his place. Next up, we got this Zeta goon spamming my comments, talking about GT Goku being boundless or outerversal or some nonsense. I couldn't even think straight reading his crap. Honestly, his brain is either non-existent or just doesn't function. This guy really telling me GT Goku is anywhere near outerversal. Bro, Super Saiyan 4 Goku couldn't even properly lift a small area without struggling. And this clown thinks he's touching outerversal. LMAO. Goku goons never change, always using the most unhinged scaling, barking at anyone who disagrees, and ignoring basic logic. Sorry to break it to you, but GT Goku ain't passing complex multiversal level. Period. Keep coping. Alright, forget that Zeta clown and his spam, dude's a walking disaster anyway. Next up, we got a Rimuru Glazer. This guy's out here worshipping a fictional character like he's a real deity. He's actually commenting stuff like, do not stain Lord Rimuru's reputation, bro, you good. You think he's real or something? That's the kind of delusion that comes from taking way too much copium. Rimuru's a great character, don't get me wrong, but treating him like he's an actual god you gotta defend. That's next level parasocial cringe. Touch grass. Or better yet, read another series. Also, this Rimuru Glazer claimed Anos' sword Venusdiner destroys logic but somehow Anos can't hurt those who exist before the universe and space-time. Like, what? I feel like a zombie just commented on me right now. Bro, Anos literally destroyed a chief god named Ekis, and I already explained that gods are necessary, conceptual beings. That means Anos has already proven he can affect and erase conceptual existences that predate reality itself. So by default, Anos is already aspatial, atemporal, and beyond dimensionality. He doesn't operate on physical or spatial logic, he operates above it. Rimuru gets soloed, easily. Case closed. And get this, now he's yapping about author narratives, saying the wiki tier system is false or whatever. Alright, cool. But here's the thing, if the tier system is unnecessary and doesn't matter, then by that same logic, Rimuru being the strongest also doesn't apply either. You can't just throw out scaling when it doesn't suit you, then turn around and use it to wank your character. That's contradictory as hell. This dude's out here ignoring his own logic, commenting absurdly, and thinking he made a point. Nah, you don't get to pick and choose when scaling matters. If tiers don't count, then neither does your rimmer or wank. Simple as that. Alright, that wraps up today's topic. If you made it this far, thanks for sticking around. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one. Adios.